Huh. This is my third time trying to do a video. That right there is the sun. And the sun is being bombarded with what we would call chemical trails. Right there. You see, that's the sun. It looks like a blob. It doesn't even look real. Right? And for a time, I was obsessed with these chemical trails. I was obsessed with the blob of the sun, the way the sun was looking like a big blob. And all the planes, all the grids in the sky. So obsessed with that. I was like going crazy for a moment. I felt like I was losing all my friends, all my family. No one wanted to have a conversation with me. I became what was known as a conspiracy theorist. And I would argue all the time, no, I'm a critical thinker. I'm not a conspiracy theorist. No, no, no. And I was very upset by the notion that my critical thinking and my observation of the sky was just, what's the word I would use? Just broad-stroked and minimized as just some sort of conspiracy theorist. And people stopped calling me. I started losing a lot of friends. Family thought I was strange and crazy, that I was so obsessed with the chemical trails in the sky. And I think Facebook, that's one of the reasons why Facebook got rid of my Facebook page. And all I did was do what most people do when they're questioning the world. You go to YouTube and you find out that you're not the only one. And you find some sort of granulated Animal Farm-esque way of dealing with what you seem to be just observing. It's like, you're observing reality and you're saying, dude, why is the sun being covered so much? And with this new pandemic debacle, I find myself wondering if these chemical trails were protecting us this whole time. Is it possible that these chemical trails in the sky were not here to hurt us, but they were here to hide us? To hide us from prying eyes that might be interested in us. There might be some sort of interest in humanity, and we have been trying to hide us from these creatures, this entity, these aliens, these interdimensional beings. It could be some sort of interdimensional Earth alternate reality where the multiverse and the unlimited amounts of who we are, there could be that version of us that needs us and will destroy us in order to get here. And the chemical trails were a way to kind of block that. I remember driving across country, and whenever you go from East Coast to West Coast, if you drive fast enough, you'll be able to find out that you can get a lot of sunlight if you go at 75 miles an hour, because the sun is like a spotlight to some degree. And the faster you go, you can get an hour and a half worth of sunlight. And you look in your rearview mirror, you're like, whoa, it's pitch black behind me. But in front of me, I can still see the sun. I can still see the light. And you drive faster. And you have your radar detector on, and you're trying to get to some good sunlight. Trying to make you're trying to progress to the next state. See if you can get past this state. See if you can do 400 miles while you got the sunlight in front of you. What if this sun is the same as that concept? What if there is some sort of way to utilize the sun as a spotlight, to utilize the sun as some sort of window. And those ghost cities in China are part of some sort of weird trajectory in which we're being looked at. And they create all these ghost cities so that we look like a dying species. And if we can appear like a dying species, then maybe this is not the earth you want to inhabit. Maybe this is part of some sort of interdimensional loop script where so many earths have suffered, and we're one of the earths that haven't suffered from this. You got to think outside the box right now. If I would have told you a month ago, standing where I'm standing, that they will be shutting America down, they will be shutting Vegas down, you would have clicked over to the next channel because you would have said, that guy is a lunatic. But I am not a lunatic. I am a reality observer. I can read the Matrix code. And I'm here to tell you that, what if all this time the chemical trails were protecting us? All this time they were blocking us. But something might be coming in the next 2 weeks. And hopefully we can hide from them. And the reason why they're not telling us is because they never tell us anything, and because they don't even know if this is going to work. But what really bothered me, or what really opened my mind, was the fact that they took plywood and they plywood the front of the Mandalay Bay in Nevada, as if some sort of hurricane was coming. Why do you need to board up a casino? You have to do more than just lock the doors. You need to board it up, which appears to be some sort of stage. Are they staging the earth as if we are some sort of dying race and there's nothing to see here? I don't know, man, but I know this. I need to start calling people that I've wronged and tell them I'm sorry. I need to hug my children a little harder. If any employees of mine thinks I owe them any money, I need to just hand that to them. If they say, you owe me 300, you owe me 180 still, pay those employees. Apologize to my brother for when I got pulled over and my license was suspended. And I kind of didn't use my name. Tell him I'm sorry. Tell him I love him. Maybe this is that time. Maybe this is that time to say, I'm sorry. And I love you. And tell the people that you love them. Because maybe the rules that we've been trying to do, maybe we've ran out of options. I don't know. Look at that sun. I was obsessed with this sun. I wanted to know, why are you blocking the sun when maybe they were just blocking the spotlight that was shining on us? This is the time to think outside the box. Do not accept the narrative that you're being told. Forget about that narrative. Forget about what you've been told. Make amends with the people that you love. Don't wait. Do it now. Because I feel like something is coming. And it's not good. And hopefully they just keep on going. Nothing to see here. They're just like us. They're a dying planet.
In 1,000 feet, your destination will be on the right.
That's what I would like to believe. I would like to just... I don't know what I would like to believe. I'm distracted by the people walking by, cars going by. And I'm cold. It's chilly. My cheap 3X sweater is more like a t-shirt and not a very good one. But they are definitely blocking the sun. And maybe all along it was to protect us. To protect us. To hide us. Because that's what it feels like we're doing. They're hiding the people, man. They don't want you on the streets. And I was also saying that this will really ring true if they turn off that dang, what's it called? That Liberty Tower and the Empire State. They turn those lights off. That would definitely resonate for me as trying to hide us. Trying to hide the people. What are we going to do? What can we do? What can we do? We'll try to make the best of it. Man. Look at that sky. It used to piss me off to look up at the sky. Now, I don't know if I'm pissed off anymore. What a difference a day makes. What a difference a day makes.